What's up, guys? Welcome to Ben Nice Out Guy, and I just got done watching Apple's March 7 event they had. Got a lot of stuff to cover here, and what you see right now is my notes that I took while I was watching the keynote. So let's first start off with Apple's updates. So they have a total of 172 post-PC devices, and because of that, it made 76% of the revenue. And they have a total of 362 retail stores, and they actually opened up a new one in Amsterdam, and they sold 315 million iOS devices. However, 62 million of those were sold in the last quarter in 2011, meaning quarter 4 or Q4, and that was all thanks to Siri, because Siri really got people to buy it, and it's an enjoyable voice recognition. So let's move on here. And they're gonna bring Siri in Japan in the next iOS 5 update, iOS 5.1. 5.1 is available today, and Siri will be in Japan in a few weeks. Okay? And the App Store had a total of 25 billion apps, and they say it was just one person from China that made the 25th million app download, so that's pretty cool. They have a total of 585,000 applications in the App Store, and they have 100 million iCloud users, and iCloud now supports movies. And movies in iTunes now support 1080p HD video, and they announced a new Apple TV with 1080p video with a new UI. So this is the Apple TV, if you guys didn't know, and you guys were thinking that Apple would announce some sort of iTV, you know, like some specific TV set. They did not do that at this keynote. They just did a refresh on this Apple TV right here. So you can consider this the Apple TV 3rd generation. And this is what the user interface looks like. So I'm going to let you guys look at the pictures here. So as you can see, that's what the user interface looks like. And Eddie Q was demonstrating it. And on the Apple TV, it's going to have photo stream. Okay, and when you're watching movies on it, it'll actually recommend movies to you to watch based on the movies that you previously watched. So that's pretty cool. And the Apple TV is still being sold for $99 today, and you can pre-order it today. So that's pretty cool. Just hope that the website didn't crash. Okay, and it's available on March 16th. Now, and then they went on and talked about the iPad. So the iPad, they sold 15.4 million iPads in quarter 4 in 2011. And they had a chart right here where it says personal computer units shipped. So as you can see, Acer had 9.8, and then as you can see, Dell, Lenovo, HP, and iPad. iPad actually sold more than these guys right here, so that's pretty interesting. And for those of you that are looking at the photos, I did take this using my camera while I was watching the event, so I do apologize for the poor quality right here, but I try to get this out earlier for you guys so you can be informed. And people say the iPad is great for most things, and they have a total of 200,000 apps that are specifically for the iPad. And then here we go. They announced the new iPad. They're calling it the new iPad right here. So no iPad 3 or iPad HD or any of that fancy name. All they have is the new iPad. So as you can see, there it is. And the first feature they talked about is a Retina display. If you guys don't know what the Retina display is, it was a display that was announced back on the iPhone 4 where the display made the text look sharp and then colors look a lot richer. It was basically a better display than the previous devices of the iPhone. And the iPhone 4 has it, the iPod Touch 4th generation has it, the iPhone 4S has it, and now we got the new iPad. And they say that more pixels were added on here, so comparing it to the iPad 2, you can really tell the difference. And the resolution is going to be 2048 by 1536. And it has a total of 3.1 million pixels. So that's pretty interesting. And they say that it has 1 million more pixels than an HD TV, because what they were saying that it was some HD TVs would have I believe 1290 or something, 1290 by 1080, I couldn't remember. And they doubled the resolution from the iPad 2 and the iPad 1 on the new iPad, and they claim it has more pixels than the HD TV. So that's pretty interesting here. And they have a total of 264 and pixels
gosh
per
darn
inch.
it, Apple, you put in some math in here.
What they were saying that they stated when they announced the iPhone 4 that it had a Retina display. If you look at the iPhone 4 10 inches away, you can really see the display on how rich and sharp it is. And then you put it next to the new iPad, which is 15 inches away. You can really see the difference of that display. And it has 44% greater color saturation right here. Another picture. And this is the iPad 2 right here, and that's the new iPad. You can really tell the difference from the resolution. Again, my camera didn't take great pictures on here, but you can watch the event or get the new iPad. And another thing they announced on here is the A5X processor. So it's not A6 or any of that. So we went from A4 in the first generation iPad to A5, which is a dual-core processor on the iPad 2, and now we have an A5X processor. And this A5X processor features quad-core graphics. Now, I'm kind of confused on this part. Even though they say quad-core graphics, does this also mean they have quad-core processors in there? We'll have to wait and find out about that. And it's designed for the Retina display. And the graphics performance, if you take a look at this chart they had right here, some devices have an NVIDIA Tegra 3. As you can see, the graphics performance is 1 times, and then the Apple A5 processor is 2 times better, and then you look at the A5X, it is actually 4 times better. And of course, so the new iPad features a Retina display, again, 2048 by 1536 resolution, 44% greater saturation, A5X quad-core graphics. And then another thing they talk about is the iSight camera. So you guys know the cameras on the iPad 2, they were terrible. They were iPod Touch 4th generation quality, and that wasn't a smart idea of Apple when they put the cameras in the new iPad 2. Well, now the new iPad features a 5 megapixel sensor, backside illumination, 5-element lenses, just like the iPhone 4S, hybrid IR filter, Apple design ISP. So the camera did get a big upgrade on here. It's not 8 megapixels like the iPhone 4S. This is basically more like the iPhone 4. 5 megapixel eyesight, advanced optics with IR filter, autofocus, and white balance, as well as face detection. It then has auto exposure and autofocus, auto face detection, auto exposure lock, and autofocus lock. And this records an HD video recording, which is 1080p. So it went from 720p to 1080p. So that's pretty awesome right there. And it has video stabilization, temporal noise reduction, and it's perfect for the Retina display. So when you look at the video on the iPad with the Retina display, it'll look amazing on there. Image stabilization. And another feature they talked about is Siri dictation. So Siri dictation, it's basically you can talk to Siri and then it will copy everything that you said and then put it into a text format. So that way you don't have to use the keyboard to type on the iPad. So that is pretty awesome right there. So when you have your keyboard open up, there will be a button right there. And you click on the microphone button and that activates Siri dictation. So you can type, tap, and it copies what you said. Now, the one thing that I'm kind of confused on here is that they did put Siri dictation on there, but what about the actual Siri from the iPhone 4S? It seems like that they didn't do that yet. Maybe we're expecting that in the next iOS 6 update.